Welcome to RPHub. In this video, we'll discuss about Power Automate file operations. Power Automate is one of the finest tool in RPA domain where by using this, we can automate our multiple processes. When we are working for the automation process, it's always required to work on file operations where we can save, copy, modify, edit, update. These all operations we can perform it on file operations. So we'll see here how to use file operation activity or file operations detail using Power Automate. So in file, we have these options are available. We'll try to cover as much as possible in this video, and if anything is pending, will be covered in next part of the video. So if you're visiting this channel first time, don't forget to hit like and subscribe button. Now here, if you can see, we have three folder: task 1, task 2, and task 3. If we want to copy the data inside this folder into different folder, we can easily do it. So if you can see here, the data which is available in task 1 folder, we don't have the same type of file available in task 3 folder. So we'll try to copy this data, and in task 2 folder, we have this data available. So let me remove it. Now we will perform these options using Microsoft Power Automates. When we'll run this code, we will have the file available into different folder. Now, if you can see here, we have copy file activity available. So in copy file activity, simply we will copy files from folder 1, which means task 1 to task 2. So let's select the file. So the downloads, we have this files. We'll select both the files here, and I will provide the destination address. So my destination address will be task 3. So not task 3, we'll add in task 2. Okay, and if that file is already accessed, we also have the options to overwrite and do nothing. So as of now, we don't have that file is available, but if we want, we can keep or add override options. And whenever we are copying the file, it will already created the copied files variable, which we can use it for further part of the automation flow. Let's save this and run this command. Saving or run this flow, and we'll have that file copied in task 2. So you can see both the files are copied here. Now, if you want to move this file into different folder, we can also do it. So simply we'll select move files. I want to select the files. So we'll navigate to the folder location. Here is the folder. I want to exactly, let's see, I want to exactly move these two files to destination folder task 3. Now again, we have the same options like do nothing and override option. If we want, we can select override if that file is already existing, otherwise select do nothing. And again, this time it will create a move file variable. Save this and run this flow. Once we'll run the process, we have both the files will be moved from folder 2 to folder task 2 to task 3. And because we don't have this file available, whenever we'll run this command, it will execute successfully. The reason behind that, first it will execute this. It means it will create a copy of that file, and then it will move into the task 3 folder. So this is how we can perform copy and move file operations within that file. Next process, let's select delete operations. So if you want to perform any delete operation, simply we have to select the file path or destinations. So here we have both the files which I want to delete it from folder 3. So again, I will run the command. It will start from beginning, execute first copy files into folder 2. Then it will move files from folder 3 and this will delete it. So you can see this file is available in task 2 and we have not available the file path. So exactly same thing it is performing again and again whenever we'll run this command. So here is the delete operations. Next will be rename. So here we'll use rename files. So if we want to rename the file, simply we have to select the folder path where the file exists. Here we have the file and in task 2, I want to rename this file. So if we want, we can set a new name or we can add text at the end, remove text, replace text, change exceptions, add date and time and make sequentials. So these operations will perform it at the time of rename operations. Here, I want to just update the name. It means I want to set the new name. So I am keeping here as the text updated name. And if the file is already exist, do nothing, or we have the second options, add override. Save this and run the flow. So again, we'll start executing from beginning. Okay, because we have used task 2 and in task 2, because earlier operations was performed for deletions and moving of the file from second to third, that's why this is not available. So what I will do, I will rename it from task 3 folder, right? Run this. Let me see this file is available or not. Okay, because the delete operation is performing, that's why. So here we'll remove this and then save the flow. Run the command. This time we'll get the result. So you can see here we have the new name file available because we have removed the delete activity. That's why we are able to say this. Next file operations will take it here. Get file path. So if we want to get root path, directory path, file name, these all operations we can perform it by using get file path operations. So here now it got saved with the different variable name. So we can call it any name on display message box. Display message box. And here we will define root path. So we'll get root path on this message box. Run this command. Now we have this root path. Next time, let's say I want to call the file name. So what I will do, I will provide file name. File name. Next, I want extension. So these three will be available. Run this. We have name, then the extension name and root path. So this is how we can call the file path or get file path activity in file operations. So that's all from this video. Let's recap. We have started with copy operations. It means we have copied file from folder 1 to folder 2. Then we have covered move file, that is move file from folder 1 to folder 2. Then third, we have covered delete operations. Then rename file, which means it will rename the file whichever we want to execute it. Then we have covered get file path, where we have called out a message box like file name, file extensions, root path. So that's all from this video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you think so, this will be useful. Don't forget to share within your circle. Thank you for watching.